one of the farthest and most mysterious planets in the solar system, Neptune. Today, we're blasting you off to Neptune to explore this enigmatic world, where surface temperatures plummet to nearly minus 235 degrees C. When Voyager 2 flew past Neptune, it recorded a superstorm larger than Earth itself, the Great Dark Spot. But just 5 years later, why did this hurricane vanish into thin air? Even stranger, the energy it radiates into space is 2.5 times the heat it receives from the sun. Where does this energy come from? In 2022, the James Webb Space Telescope captured dust bands in Neptune's icy rings for the first time, uncovering even more bizarre findings. Yet NASA's delay in its exploration mission, is it fearing the truth? Or is human technology unable to withstand this visitor? Ancient people had no idea this planet existed. It's 4.5 billion kilometers from the sun, with an orbit 30 times wider than Earth's, and takes 165 years to complete one revolution around the sun. That's why it can't be found on any ancient star maps. Even Galileo Galilei, who spotted Neptune twice in 1612, mistook it for a dim star. He could never have imagined that there was a planet so far from Earth. It wasn't until 1846, when Uranus had just finished its first revolution since discovery, that French astronomer Urbain Le Verrier noticed something was off with its movement. It was as if a massive celestial body was constantly slowing Uranus down with gravity. After months of calculations, he finally pinpointed the possible location of the new planet in the night sky. Scientists decided to name it after the Roman god of the sea and water. That's how Neptune came to be. But for over a century, no one could see Neptune's surface from Earth. It wasn't until August 1989, when NASA's Voyager 2 probe approached Neptune, that scientists gained a new understanding of it. Initially, they thought it was a lifeless ice ball, but what they saw was a completely unexpected world. Hurricanes dispersed giant clouds, forming the Great Dark Spot of unknown origin. What's more, Voyager 2 discovered 5 new icy giant moons, and photographed the hypothesized ice rings. But Voyager 2 was only passing by. It soon flew out of the solar system. Since then, no other spacecraft has visited here. More than 30 years later, in 2022, the James Webb Space Telescope gave astronomers a surprise. It captured Neptune's dust bands in addition to its ice rings, making Neptune look like Saturn. But so far, scientists can't determine where Neptune came from, and are hesitant to send new missions. From a planetary scientist's perspective, Neptune is either too big or too small. It simply shouldn't be in its current orbit. Gravitational calculations show Neptune is more than 17 times the mass of Earth, with about 1/5 of that mass concentrated in a silicate nickel-iron core. In fact, Neptune hides a rocky planet-sized core inside, covered by thick layers of various gases, mainly hydrogen and helium. Jupiter likely has a similar structure, but it's 318 times the mass of Earth, 18 times heavier than Neptune. Initially, planetary scientists weren't surprised by this. Jupiter formed in the middle of the protoplanetary disk, where hydrogen gas was abundant. The farther from the sun, the less material available. So Saturn is 95 times the mass of Earth, and Uranus 14.5 times. But if that's the case, why is Neptune more than twice as far from the sun, yet suddenly much more massive than the previous planet? If it formed at the edge of the solar system, it should be at least twice as light as Uranus. That's why more and more scientists tend to believe Neptune must have formed much closer to the sun, possibly near Saturn's current orbit. Later, some kind of gravitational catastrophe may have hurled it to the outer reaches. Simulations suggest it might have been caused by the young Jupiter, which got so close to Saturn that their orbits resonated and separated violently. In the process, it pushed Uranus and Neptune far away. But there's a problem. Under such dangerous gravitational forces, the farthest planet might have been ejected from the solar system to become a rogue planet. This means Neptune was either incredibly lucky, or it's not the farthest planet at all. In 2012, scientists at the Center for Astrophysics calculated that billions of stars in the Milky Way may have captured at least one rogue planet from interstellar space at some point. Thus, it's speculated that Neptune might be an outsider, captured by the sun's gravity as it passed by. If this hypothesis is correct, it means Neptune could be from an alien world, unexplainable by our current theories, but able to account for its unusual structure. In 1989, Voyager 2 photographed the Great Dark Spot, which was larger than Earth. Scientists wanted to study it in detail, but 5 years later, when the Hubble Space Telescope observed Neptune, the Great Dark Spot had disappeared. However, in 2018, Hubble discovered a new giant spot near Neptune's North Pole. 2 years later, a smaller structure appeared nearby, which scientists named the little dark spot. It almost seems like an unknown form of extraterrestrial life is surviving and multiplying on Neptune, just like the massive microbial colonies covering thousands of square kilometers of Earth's seabeds. But scientists don't take this theory seriously. According to them, the dark spots on Neptune's surface are just giant storms, similar to Jupiter's Great Red Spot. But if that's the case, why is there such activity on the icy Neptune? The evidence is everywhere. Neptune radiates 2.5 times more heat into space than it receives from the sun. Even stranger, scientists recently found that during its 40-year warm season, Neptune isn't warming up like other planets, it's cooling down. All these indicate that beneath Neptune's thick clouds, there's some kind of planetary heat engine operating in an extremely peculiar way. But what is it? To answer that, we need to analyze Neptune's internal structure. It's estimated that the pressure in Neptune's lower atmosphere is 100,000 times that of Earth's, and its mantle is heated to at least 5,000 degrees C, the same as the sun's surface. That's even more bizarre. The sun is a star, not an ice-covered gas giant. You might think there's a thick layer of lava like on Earth, but in reality, this is a supercritical fluid ocean, a water-ammonia ocean with methane impurities, 1.5 times thicker than Earth. How can liquid water inside Neptune be thousands of degrees hot yet remain liquid? The answer lies in the extremely high pressure. It prevents water from evaporating, instead turning the mantle into an ionized supercritical fluid ocean. This fluid has many properties that haven't been fully studied. One of them is increased electrical conductivity, which can explain Neptune's extremely strange magnetic field, extending at least 35 planetary radii into space, and not aligned with its geographic poles. Neptune's supercritical fluid ocean is likely not only the source of this magnetic phenomenon, but also the hiding place of the heat engine. More precisely, it's a diamond gravity generator. In 2017, researchers at the Helmholtz-Zentrum Dresden-Rossendorf in Germany used a powerful laser system to recreate the 1.5 million atmospheres of pressure in Neptune's supercritical mantle. Under such conditions, organic compounds like methane break down. Carbon, as the heaviest element, tends to sink due to gravity. Under unimaginable pressure, it crystallizes into diamonds as it moves. On Neptune, these diamonds can reach 1 meter in width. Their friction with the surrounding supercritical fluid generates a huge amount of excess heat, making Neptune the most energetic planet in the solar system. If we removed its atmosphere and mantle, we'd see a rocky core completely covered by a layer of giant diamonds. That's the most consistent scientific theory about Neptune's structure. Beyond Neptune itself, farther out, lies a region called the Kuiper Belt. This area is 10 times larger than the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Scientists know very little about it, and Pluto is the most famous object here. In 2002, scientists discovered a strange thing called chaos. It looks like a lumpy potato, about 1,100 kilometers in diameter. Even stranger, the Hubble Space Telescope found a small moon orbiting it, a rare binary system in the solar system. But the most absurd discovery came between 2018 and 2020. Scientists detected a possible debris ring around chaos. Logically, such a ring should either be pulled into chaos to become a moon or scattered long ago. Yet it exists. No one knows where this ring came from, only that it might be related to another object named Wayward. Neptune's largest moon, Triton, is possibly the most mysterious celestial body in the solar system. Observations from Voyager to show that despite being slightly smaller than the moon, and having a surface temperature of nearly minus 235 degrees C, it has active cryovolcanoes that erupt nitrogen, methane ice, and dust, ejected into space to form rain streams thousands of kilometers high. Scientists speculate that a liquid ocean lies beneath its icy crust, maintained by heat from the decay of internal radioactive elements. Even more bizarre, Triton rotates in the opposite direction of Neptune's rotation, suggesting it's not a native moon but a captured alien object, possibly originating from the Kuiper Belt or interstellar space. Its arrival may even have destroyed Neptune's original moon system. Similar to Europa and Enceladus, Triton's subsurface environment makes it a key target in the search for extraterrestrial life. What's more, Triton has another anomaly. Its powerful ionosphere is much stronger than that of other similar celestial bodies. This paints a sci-fi picture, a strange dwarf planet wandering in Neptune's orbit, and an underground ocean harboring a civilization. Its hidden facilities beneath the surface create an unusual electric layer. Perhaps there's a propulsion system on the unexplored half of Triton, named after the trident. Given that scientist Irina Romanovskaya from Houston Community College described a very similar interstellar travel method in her scientific papers, this sci-fi speculation doesn't seem entirely implausible. In her view, Advanced alien civilizations could use rogue planets as colony ships, drifting between stars. As for why NASA keeps delaying Neptune exploration missions, who knows? Maybe one day, the James Webb Space Telescope will capture the first biosignature. Imagine giant coon-like creatures floating in the icy clouds, feeding on microbial colonies just like whales on Earth feed on plankton.